I'm just so excited to have him on this stage. And I hope that you love his story as much as I do. Please say hello to Carey Callahan. Is
that okay?
Yeah. Oh my God. Just keep giving it up for Dixie right now. Damn. Magic lady, magic. This is indeed the story of how I fell in love with San Francisco. And it starts with a vacation here 3 years ago and the one-night stand that ensued. My name's Carey. Indeed, I am trans. I came out of the womb, and the doctor was like, "That's a lady baby." This is before that happened. I was 28. And I had been living in Chicago trying to make it as a stand-up comedian, and nothing had worked out ever. I was incredibly broke. I had had a relationship end. I had not gotten any fame as a stand-up comic. And I had also, by the end of my time in Chicago, developed a case of pink eye that, like when you're in second grade, a case of pink eye, and it turns out that if you let pink eye go for long enough, it can become an inner ear infection. So I come back to Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm from, and moved back in with Mr. and Mrs. Callahan in my childhood bedroom. And guys, I was feeling real humbled. Gotta tell you what, humbled. I was not trying to have sex. No. And my childhood bedroom is like a pretty not sexy place, but still, I was not feeling it. My mojo was gone. The only thing that I really knew how to do was work at a restaurant and pay off my credit card debt. And I didn't really know what I was going to do beyond that. And my friend Nellie in Chicago saw that I had no mojo. The mojo had been decimated. And she was like, "You know what my good friend Carey needs? He needs," well, she, at this point, she needs to go to the land of queers and weed. So, that'll put the sparkle back in Carey's eye. So it's February, and we took a vacation here to San Francisco. Nellie's from Chicago, I'm from Cleveland. We did the classic Midwestern tourist thing, and we made every mistake. We got a hotel in the financial district. It was February, we brought only tank tops and flip-flops. And we get to the financial district, and we're like, well, there are no gay people trying to smoke us up. What's going on? Everything we've heard about California is a lie. But we got it together, and we used Yelp, and we Yelped lesbian bar, and took a cab there. I'm not gonna tell you which bar, but you know which bar. No, I didn't say it. I didn't say that at all. Okay. We took a cab to an unnamed lesbian bar. And we get in there, and the room is full of very, very cute masculine women with asymmetrical haircuts. I could not fucking deal at all. So I started slamming vodka sodas. And which was good because there was a woman at the bar, and she was exceptionally cute. She was like stocky in kind of like a real muscly way, like all muscle, and she had short brown hair and blue eyes, and she had like just like a real cute open face. Like I've been trying to think of what celebrity she looked like. She looked like a young Michael J. Fox. I don't like to think about how much teen idols have played into my queer consciousness. But point is, she had a huge silver elaborate belt buckle on, which we of course talked about. How did she win this? How did she get this elaborate silver belt buckle? Oh, by riding bulls in the gay rodeo. Yeah. She had, very hot. And once someone tells you that one of the things that they do well is hang on to a bucking bull long enough to win buckles for it. It's all you can think about. So I was just like, I just blushed my entire body just for like the whole 3 hours we were talking. I have anti-game, so we had to talk for 3 hours, and then she was like, oh, you know, well, you two, since you're visiting the city, you should come to gay country western dancing with me. What? What? Gay country western dancing? What? I should back up and let you know that my childhood hero was Annie Oakley. I rode Western saddle through middle school. I have a Willie Nelson tattoo. I've got a country western theme going on in my erotic landscape. So we show up to her apartment the next night to pregame. We shot like BB guns down her hallway. And I was like, California's a crazy place. And then she took us into her big walk-in closet full of country western wear and outfitted us in boots and jeans and flannels and buckles and a cowboy hat. And you know, we're just fantasy role-playing at this point, as far as I'm concerned. I'm in Brokeback Mountain now, already. I'm in the outfit. And we go to country western dancing, and I would have been very impressed if it was a bar with 50 people in the back of the bar. Guys, that is not what this is at all. There's an association called Sundance Saloon, which you should look up, sundancesaloon.org, and they have country western dancing every Thursday and Sunday, and they rent out a warehouse to do it. And like 300 people are there. 300 people outfitted in awesome cowboy outfits, and they're doing elaborate line dances. Like line dances where it must have taken them 2 years of practicing to get the line dance. This is a full-on subculture. And I'm just like entranced. And I haven't given her a name yet. Let's call her Jack. And Jack teaches me how to two-step, and it's so romantic. It's so romantic. And we're whirling around to a Dwight Yoakam song, and all these gay couples are around us whirling in the lights, and I say, "This is the most romantic moment of my life." And Jack says, "Cool." What do you say? I don't know. You're giving someone an experience. So we go back to her house, and she gives me an experience. As they say in country music, she laid me down. And this was actually a hard part. I was thinking about why this was hard for me to talk about the actual visuals of the sex for you. And it's because the sex that really gets me off is not sex that I want people to know that I like so much. And that is, I really love bottoming a lot. I really love it. It's hard because when you're a masculine person, people a lot of times want you to top them, and I'm trying to do that. But it was such a thrill to be the bottom in this situation, and you're welcome for all the bottoming that I did. So her hand's inside me, and I'm really loving it. And I'm loving it so much that she feels confident enough to flip me over, and I'm on my hands and knees with her hands inside me. It was so good, guys. It was so good. But what was extra amazing is that she had asked me if I wanted to keep my shirt on, which I had heard of other people doing. So this is a thing that the more radical elements of society do, to be respectful of people's body dysphoria and things like that. So just letting partners know, you can keep however you feel about your body, you're allowed to have those complicated feelings, and you can work with them while we have sex. Yeah. And she asked me if I wanted to leave my shirt on, and honestly, it had never occurred to me that I could also do that. That maybe my chest didn't have to be a part of the sex equation. First time I realized that. Wasn't brave enough to admit to complicated feelings, but still opened up a door for me. So I get her hand in me a lot. I come a lot. I tell her that I haven't had sex in a year since the breakup in Chicago. She says, yeah, don't do that again. And I was like, I'm not going to. And then the next morning, she made me fancy coffee in her little Mission apartment kitchen. And there's like a compost bin and fancy coffee and fancy pots and pans and then like a Taylor Swift poster on the wall. And like Brad Paisley is playing on her Mac. And I looked around and I was like, oh, hey, I could have an apartment like this someday. You know, I could come here someday and dress as a cowboy all the time and have sex with other cowboys. I could, I could even get a whole cowboy's fist inside me if I wanted, and that's okay. And it was really something. It was as big of a romantic moment for me as twirling to the two-step. And I had to go. We couldn't linger because I had an appointment to take acid in Golden Gate Park. As she pointed me towards the train station, she handed me a baggie full of gummy vitamins and a children's bubble set. And I got the inkling that I was not the first out-of-towner that she had hosted. Just began to think maybe she was experienced in this way. But you know what? That is A-okay with me. Because I think that what I took away from that experience, besides the own glimpses of my own future, this me that was maybe waiting around the bend for me, was really the value of hospitality. You know? So I would encourage you, if you host an out-of-towner, to do it right, show them a beautiful thing, and also just let them see what a weird little world you've created for yourself, because they might be looking for their own weird little world themselves, and it could mean a lot to them. So thanks so much.
Carey Callahan.